that, it has to be Raheem Sterling. He
Yeah.
just hasn't hit the gun on him. He hasn't been that good, right? And I can say the same of Son Heung-min. He's been mid all season long, right? Easily three of the biggest disappointments there on the list for me. But as you said, Ronaldo just gets it above all of them.
Yeah, but we'll be right back.
Welcome back again, you savages, to the GZ Sports World Cup roundup. Yes, we cleared it up a little bit because of the World Cup. You know how it is. World Cup season has started. The Winter World Cup, very, very controversial leading up to it. But I think that politics aside, we should all strive to enjoy this World Cup. Unfortunately, a lot of legends won't be enjoying this World Cup. A lot of players are sadly injured, will not be able to partake. The likes of Sadio Mane, the likes of N'Golo Kante, Paul Pogba. Big names. Ballon winner Karim Benzema has been ruled out. It's been a horror show in terms of injuries for a lot of these players. One thing can be said for certain though. This World Cup is the most controversial one, possibly since Korea 2000. When was Korea's World Cup? I forgot. But this World Cup is the most controversial one to date. And with controversy always comes up in here. What do you make of this entire situation? What do you make of the injury situation leading to the World Cup? Do you think it was a wise decision to shift the date of the World Cup? I know it was blistering hot in Qatar, but mid-season, a lot of players injured. It's just not looking good for a lot of teams, especially France, who's lost basically half their starting 11.
Yeah, France have lost, if I'm not mistaken, 6 or 7 players to injury alone. So it's been tough for them. It's been tough for a lot of nations, but especially them. This whole World Cup, they're trying out a Winter World Cup. You know, they're trying to see if it would work. This is all an experiment. I don't think we will ever see another Winter World Cup after Qatar because of these injury problems. I mean, sure, we got Poland there with Lewandowski, but we don't got Benzema on the other side. We've got, Mane knocked out Salah to be here. We were ready for that story to say Mane doesn't need Salah for anything. So he's out. Pogba, he's out injured. I mean, what a surprise anyway. You look at the injuries, who's there, who's not, who's missing. It's just all been a farce. It's just not been a good World Cup. The condition, we're not talking about condition, we're talking about football. And the football has not really started. If football is like what it was today, then it's not going to be that good a World Cup. But I'm optimistic that Brazil, Argentina, Germany, the Netherlands, they'll be putting on shows for this tournament. So I think the football side will be good. Apart from that, it's not really our business when it comes to political or how they do their thing and if they want to ban alcohol or not. It's not our business on that. That's the country's religion that they're following. So yeah, but to keep it mid-season, it's just stupid because you have to play 9 games in a month, then you get a week break, you play the World Cup. There's no way you can escape injuries like that. No way.
Yeah, and I think that's one of the main problems I have with the World Cup. It's just the fact that it's mid-season. The alcohol sales don't really bother me. I mean, you can surely go 3 hours without drinking a beer. You can surely go 3 hours without drinking. They have juice, they have all other sort of stuff.
They have Coke.
Sale. Exactly. There's a lot of other things you can do, right? To please respect the people's religions, please respect the people's traditions and customs. don't be judging another country. Don't be egocentric and judging another country based on our own standards. It's their standard of life, and we have to respect that at the end of the day. Moving on from the injuries to the football, you said you weren't impressed. Personally, a man by the name of Enner Valencia certainly did impress me today, backing himself 2 goals, questionable offside call, but I guess that the officials knew what they were doing. I hope, I pray, right? But it wasn't the end of the world for Ecuador, right? They're coming out of the blocks swinging, right? Top goal scorer in the history, got on the score sheet twice today. Arguably should have had a hat trick. What do you make of Ecuador's performance? What do you make of their performance? And what did you make of Qatar?
Well, starting with the hosts, I just don't think they were ready. They were good enough. They had a team that was... The team just didn't look like it had any chemistry at all. And that's saying a lot. The team looked like it was just individuals. Now, I know a couple of individuals, Afif, Aziz, I know them from European competitions, but the team did not look like a team at all. Not for 1 second in the game. They got a couple chances they should have buried, just poor finishing, poor attempts. They just did not play like a team that was ready for a big World Cup competition. Now, credit where credit is due, Ecuador did beat the pants off of them straight away. They beat everything off of them. Sorry. Ecuador was real. They dominated down the flanks. The cross for Enner Valencia was fantastic. The penalty was easy. The goalkeeper for Qatar as well. Oh my God! Don't get me started on him. He reminded me of De Gea in 2018. Just absolute worthless in that game. It made no sense he was even present. He could basically play without the keeper and it would have been the same result. But back to Ecuador. Midfield was strong. Defense, again, not conceding any goals. It was a good all-round performance from Ecuador, and I don't even know if their goalkeeper, if he even stepped on the pitch. I don't remember.
Honestly, the game was played in the Al Bayat Stadium in Doha, Qatar, I believe. As you said, right, it's just been lackluster. The World Cups for the elite Qatar were nowhere near Ecuador today. But moving on from the host nation and moving to the nation where it's always going to be coming home, and it's to England. The Lions face Taremi's Iran tomorrow. What do you think will happen? What do you think will be the scoreline for that match? Like, personally speaking, I think England will win. But I do honestly believe that Iran will give them a run for their money. I just have that feeling, I believe that Taremi, who has been absolutely on form all season long, will be the main man to watch out for. What do you make of this, Jackson?
Hey, I think you're right. Taremi has been really good. And when Southgate coaches the opposition, you always have a chance. But from early reports, it's that England will be going in a bit weird, if I should use that word. Trippier, Shaw as the fullbacks, because there's no real other fullbacks. It's going to be Stones and Maguire as the centre halves. Not 100% sure if he will be going with a back 4 or a back 5 yet, but we do know that Phil Foden will not be starting. It will be Saka in his position. Seems that those two can't play together. I don't know who told Southgate that that's how coaching works, but he is the coach and I'm sitting here. From what I know, maybe England can win the game. I'm not saying... Usually, if you ask me this question about a year and a half ago, I'd tell you England are going to kick the boots right off of Iran. But now, I can't see it. I mean, it's a mid-season World Cup and Kane is already looking tired, so their goals are dried up. Callum Wilson, you mentioned his injury record previously. Foden doesn't really look like Foden for England anyway. Saka... Does he start Saka? He loves to play Mason Mount. His Mount's not in any form. I just don't know where England's goals are coming from. They look like Brighton for a second. That's just the issue. If Kane is tired and Wilson's injured, you're gonna play Rashford through the middle. I mean, yeah, you've seen him do it. It's never gonna work. So it's never gonna work. But I think England will still grind out a result as Southgate always does with his teams, grind them out, keep a clean sheet, and then we'll see the paper front with Harry Maguire with his finger in his ears, and we'll know how to respond to that.
Yes, indeed, we know it all too well. Moving on from the Three Lions, and it's to the first big game of this World Cup. It's AFCON champions versus the ones that have never been champions of anything, to be fair. The Netherlands, Senegal. As I said before, Senegal are without their main man and their talisman, Sadio Mane. I said it before last summer, he was the best football player in the world, but he will not be at this World Cup, unfortunately. What do you make of this scoreline? I personally think that Netherlands win this match, you know, and not really comfortably, but maybe grinded on a 2-0 result.
Yeah, I think that the Netherlands have a good chance to win, especially with Mane out. Ismaila Sarr is still there. Idris Agana Gay is there. You know, they still have some good players. Koulibaly still in the back line. His form questionable. But you know, the Netherlands can score lots of goals. I mean, they've got some goal scorers in the form of Cody Gakpo and Xavi Simons in that team that we are really on fire right now. For the mid-season World Cup, this comes at the perfect time for them. I mean, it's just up to Van Gaal to play them, and then they win that game. I think they could win 3 or 4, but as I said, if they're not picked from the start, then there's no chance.
Honestly, I agree with you there. You can't forget the man, the myth, the legend, Memphis Depay.
Yeah, we'll never forget Memphis, man. We'll never forget Memphis.
Moving on from that match, which we both technically agreed to. We're moving on to the last game that sums up tomorrow. Will be played at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It is between the Soccer Merchants and the Golfers.
Yeah, the Soccer Merchants and the Golfers.
Taking on Wales. First time Wales have been in the competition since about 1958. No Welsh person alive, maybe except for the ones in their retirement homes, have seen their team in a World Cup. Do you think that Gareth Bale, do you think that Dan James, do you think that they pull this off against the United States of America? I know a lot of people will be doubting the United States, but I personally think that they have what it takes to send Wales back to the British Isles.
I mean, I think America can't score goals at this point in time. They're having a massive goal drought. And some of the defenders are in the MLS. Bale's been doing well in the MLS. Dan James, well, we saw what he can do the last time he played football. When you can't give him 5 seconds of space, you can't give him 5 yards, you can't give him 5 centimeters. He's gone. And Kiefer Moore up front. I think they'll have a good chance to actually win this game. America just need to score goals and they would have a chance. But right now, none of the Ferreira's in form, Sargent's in form, but one will start. Pulisic will start, Aronson will start. Will they be able to score? Will they be able to drag their team over the line? Who knows? We're just going to enjoy a good game of football, not soccer tomorrow.
Yes, that's the hope. As you said, the United States have struggled to score goals in the past. He can't afford Bale nor James nor any of the Welsh players really a chance, from all the way to the back line of Ethan Ampadu, all the way to the leading charge in Gareth Bale. All of these players are indeed world class. As I said before, though, I honestly believe that Wales loses this one. Butcher me all you want. But with that being said, that is the end of the GZ Sports Transfer Roundup. It's been your boy Randy Savage, accompanied by your co-host for this segment, Jackson Bryan. Thank you, as usual, for always tuning in. I know we haven't been uploading, I say rather consistently over the past couple of weeks, but it's just because some other stuff have been tuning in. You know how it is. But with this World Cup, we promise to upload more often, more frequently, and get the news to you on time enough. Yeah, on time. Is there anything you want to say before we tune out, Jackson?
Only thing, good, happy retirement to Gary Cahill, 2-time Premier League winner. Very good defender, underrated defender this generation. But as he said, we're going give more updates on the World Cup as they come available.
Yes, sir.
So that's it. Vamos.
True, vamos, yes.